Good morning, traders. This is Shane Scott, the moderator of Newsware's Trade Talk. At Trade Talk, we're providing you with the up-to-the-minute news on the market, along with the facts, themes, and short-term trading ideas for the day ahead. Joining me today is our trading anchor, Bill Olson, who brings over 30 years of institutional trading knowledge to our program. We're going to get things started with our markets update. U.S. futures are moving higher today, with S&P futures up 0.19%, Dow futures up 0.2%, and NASDAQ futures up 0.56%. Optimism that economic reopenings will boost growth has boosted futures this morning, outweighing concern about a pickup in the virus cases in parts of Asia. Meanwhile, the dollar has slipped to a 4-month low. The U.S. 10-year treasuries have been steady as investors await key housing data ahead of Fed minutes due out on Wednesday. Elsewhere in markets, oil has seen gains, with Brent Crude topping $70 a barrel in London for the first time since March, on signs that reopenings are boosting demands. Over in Europe, the Stock 600 saw gains led by commodity and automotive shares, while over in Asia, equities also climbed. Bill, what are you seeing as far as market updates?
Shane, I've been watching the S&Ps all morning long, and they're just positive. The market's got a lot of good headwinds, behind it today. So I'm really excited. The whole inflation fears that I've been talking about, it's really just overdone. You're going to really see that come to a head tomorrow when the Fed releases their meeting minutes. But yesterday, the Fed Vice Chairman Richard Clarida really summed it up, and he's not afraid of letting inflation run hot. I'm seeing broad-based gains in technology this morning, which is a real positive. Home Depot delivered a solid beat. Walmart delivered a solid beat. The market seemed to be bullish on all this reopening news that's going on in the U.S. and in Europe. And later this morning, we get some key economic reports being released that should push these indices higher. You mentioned about crude oil breaking the $70 mark. You really want to watch these airline flights. Traffic apparently increased substantially as of some numbers that came out on Sunday. And, so I'm really paying attention to the earnings. And so far, everything's been looking good to me.
Let's talk about earnings to watch today. Bill, tell us how Home Depot did.
Home Depot, they just blew it away. They did a 78-cent beat on higher revenue. You're looking at Home Depot this morning, and it's up over 2%. So that was a real solid move. But one from last night was Riot, which is, blockchain. These guys missed by 11 cents. Now, you see the stock is actually up 2.43% this morning. There was only one estimate out there. So they missed by 11 cents, but there was only one estimate, and it wasn't even really a good one. So sometimes you really got to watch it. It was trading a little lower in the post market yesterday, but it has turned around, and you're seeing gains this morning in the stock. Macy's is really on fire right now. They delivered an 80-cent beat on higher revenue. They raised guidance. You're looking at the stock, it's up 6% this morning. And let's not forget about Walmart, the real juggernaut here. Walmart, they delivered a 48-cent beat. They did that on higher revenue. You see the stock is up 3.32% this morning, and they updated and raised their guidance. So Walmart was looking really positive today.
How about insights as far as upcoming earning announcements?
There's a couple of them that are really interesting to me that are coming out tomorrow morning, and one tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow morning, we have Lowe's. It's priced for a 4.5% move. EPS is $2.61. Target, that's ticker TGT, Tom Grace Tom. They're priced for a 4.9% move. When they release tomorrow morning, EPS is 2.25. TJ Maxx, this is ticker Tom John X-Ray, TJX. They're priced for a 4.8% move, a 4.8% move when they release tomorrow morning. Their estimates are for 30 cents. And then tomorrow afternoon, we get Cisco. That's ticker Charlie Sam, Charlie Oscar, CSCO. They're priced for a 4.14% move, and their EPS is 82 cents. So we got some really good earnings reports coming out in the retail sector. So it's really going to be interesting to watch today.
Well, moving into our economic reports, Bill, tell us what we're seeing as far as reports today.
One of the key ones that's coming out at 8:30 a.m. this morning is the housing starts and permits. For April. This is going to be a key one. It's going to probably push these indices higher. So you really want to watch this report when it comes out at 8:30 this morning. At 8:55, we have the Red Book on retail sales. At 10 a.m., we have the e-commerce retail sales reports. And later today, you have this conference going on in Atlanta. So at 11 a.m., we're hearing from the Fed Bank, the Atlanta's Fed Bank President Raphael Bostic. At 11:05, we're hearing from Dallas Fed Bank President Robert Kaplan. And then again at 12:30, Atlanta's Fed Bank President Raphael Bostic will be giving remarks once again.
Moving into our morning's critical insights, starting things off with one on IBM, ticker IBM. IBM announced plans to acquire WAG, a Salesforce consulting partner in Europe, with the transaction expected to close this quarter. IBM's share price is up 0.07% in pre-market. In other news, car maker Stellantis, ticker STLA, has signed an MOU with Han High Precision, ticker HNHPF, also known as Foxconn. The companies agreed to form a Netherlands-based joint venture called Mobile Drive to develop breakthrough digital cockpits and personalized connected services. Stellantis' share price is up 1.03% in pre-market. In other news, Teleflex, ticker TFX, is selling a significant portion of its respiratory business to Medline Industries for $285 million in cash. Teleflex share price is down 1.08% in pre-market. News on Amazon, ticker AMZN. Amazon has said to make a $9 billion offer to acquire the film company MGM. Amazon share price is up 0.86% in pre-market. News on Tesla, ticker TSLA. Multiple traffic police officers were hit by a Tesla vehicle in East Asia. One of the officers later died due to injury. An investigation is underway. Tesla representatives expressed sincere sympathy for the injury of the police officers that were hit. Tesla share price is down 0.66% in pre-market. I thought this one was a little bit odd. It was nothing to do with a car malfunction. It was nothing to do with anything that Tesla actually did. I'm not sure if they brought wrong attention to themselves with the sympathy and why that's news, but I do think it's something that's still negatively affecting them. So something to watch out for. Another news, Indonesian travel startup Ticket.com is exploring going public through a merger with the SPAC Cova Acquisition, ticker COVA, for a deal that would value the combined entity at $2 billion. In other news, Becton Dickinson, ticker BDX, is set to build a $200 million manufacturing facility in Spain. The facility will create 600 jobs by 2030. Lastly, for me, one on Autoliv, ticker ALV. Autoliv is constructing a new steering wheel manufacturing plant in Mexico, which it expects to be fully operational by 2022 and able to employ up to 3,000 people. Autoliv's share price is up 0.3% in pre-market. Bill, what are you seeing as far as this morning's news?
Well, Shane, I break my news alerts down into specific alerts. I'm looking for specific sectors and I'm looking for specific events. It just helps me jump on today's action very quickly and get in before the prices start to move. I look at my FANG alert every morning. Netflix, they're really got to be concerned this morning because Amazon is, said to be in talks in that MGM movie studio for $9 billion. What's Netflix doing? How are they going to compete? These are the questions that are going to be surrounding Netflix today. Apple, hey, apparently they are said to be facing delays in delivering these new iPad Pro models that they just recently announced. Twitter, this is interesting. Paul Singer's Elliott Management, they just boosted their stakes in Twitter as well as Pinterest and Snap. Elliott Management is a really good firm. They're really known for their shareholders' activism. So, you might want to keep an eye on some of these social media stocks today. My Dow Jones 30 alert, I noticed Walmart, for their Q1 same-store sales, they were up 6%. Their e-commerce sales, they were up 37%, highly positive. Walmart Plus seems to be doing well for them. IBM, they're going to be buying the Salesforce consulting partner out of Europe. That's going to be kind of interesting. I'm looking at my option headlines, and the vol data is essentially flat on some of these big tech stocks. I'm looking at Apple. The May option implied volatility is at 27, where June is at 26. Compare that to the 52-week range at 23 to 62. It's a little light. Netflix, the May option implied volatility is at 28. June is at 26. 52-week range, 25 to 69. And let's look at Facebook. May option implied volatility is at 32. June is actually at 29. So you compare that to the 52-week range, which is 26 to 55, and it's really trading on the lower end of its implied volatility figures this morning. A couple of events to watch out for. JP Morgan. JP Morgan is holding their annual shareholders meeting today, starting at 10 o'clock. Don't be surprised if JPM starts to run into that shareholders meeting. Progressive Software, that's ticker PRGS, Paul, Richard, Gray, Sam. Also at 10 o'clock, they're holding their annual shareholders meeting. And Amgen, that's ticker AMGN, Apple, Michael, Grace, Nancy, they're having their shareholders meeting today at 2 p.m. In terms of guidance, we just really want to, review Walmart for a second because, they're expecting their Q2 EPS guidance to be, in the low single digits. Now you compare that to their previous outlook of a mild to a high single digit decline, and that's a really positive upgrade. Macy's at ticker M, they raised their full fiscal year 2021 adjusted EPS guidance to a range of $1.71 to $2.12. Now, the previous range was 40 cents to 90 cents. There's a reason why Macy's is trading higher today.
Moving into our Trade Talk picks for today, I'm picking Lowe's, ticker LOW, one that Bill spoke about earlier. This is an earnings play with an estimated EPS of $2.62 when they announce earnings before market open tomorrow. Lowe's first quarter performance is likely to have gained from favorable demand conditions for home improvements products amid the pandemic, and it's parallel same playing field as Home Depot, and Home Depot cleaned up today in their earnings announcement. So I think we can expect the same for Lowe's. I think this is a solid pick. You can't go wrong. Bill, what's your pick looking like?
I'm going with TJ Maxx. It's ticker TJX, Tom, John, X-Ray. Earnings are out tomorrow morning. It's priced for a 4.8% move. Option volume is showing me a 1.91 call to put ratio. I'm looking at the broker recommendations, and I see Target has had multiple price target increases recently. So my pick today is TJX, which is TJ Maxx.
Moving into what's hot off the press, talking about the news that's hitting the tape as we speak, that's moving the stocks today. Let's get into it. Bill, seeing our headlines, which are the ones we should be letting traders know about?
Macy's CEO is coming out saying the consumer is healthy and ready to spend. Let's talk about Splunk. That's ticker SPLK. Sam, Paul, Larry, Kilo. They're going to be acquiring TrueStar for undisclosed terms. I see CBS, Charlie, Victor, Sam. They just named a new CFO.
Update on the Tesla story, ticker TSLA. Tesla said it would cooperate with authorities investigating the accident in China that caused the death of a police officer and injured another one, which allegedly involved their Model X vehicle. There's a video circulating on Chinese social media platform Weibo and state media showing the vehicle next to the police officers lying on the ground after an accident. The police in the city of Taozhou didn't explain the circumstances of the accident, but said the driver involved was detained.
Macy's again came out. They said the stimulus encouraged customers to use cash versus credit card. Keep an eye on ticker CORE, Charlie, Oscar, Richard, Edward. There was a trading halt earlier today. It has now resumed trading. Something's going on there. Performance Food Group to buy Core-Mark, $2.5 billion stock deal.
One on Facebook, ticker FB. Facebook's introducing Live Shopping Fridays. It's something they're doing with brands or with companies where you can ask them questions live and find out about their products, directly interacting with them.
I see Wedbush announced a price adjustment to Ross stores. That's ticker ROST, Richard, Oscar, Sam, Tom. They moved the price target to 135 from 110 on the reopening of the economy. You got to remember Ross stores, their earnings are coming out in 2 days. I was looking at the call put ratios earlier today, and they were negative, and they were at a 0.42. So I'm a little concerned there on Ross stores, ROST, but Wedbush isn't. Here's one on Intel, INTC. Semtech is collaborating with Intel to develop some new technology.
One on AstraZeneca, ticker AZN. AstraZeneca's raising its number of COVID-19 vaccine batches from Oxford Biomedica. Anything else interesting for you, Bill?
No, that's all I'm seeing today, Shane.
Same here. So that's going to do it for what's hot at the press. Traders, keep in mind, you can receive the same breaking stories we do simply by subscribing at newsware.com. Check us out for a free trial today. Moving into our scoreboard, talking about how our picks did from Monday. I had Fisker, ticker FSR, which opened at $10.53 and went up as high as $11.36 just minutes before 1 p.m. for a 7.88% gain. If you held to the close, the share price went a little bit lower, but not much, $11.22 at the close for a 6.55% gain. Really good move for us. Really happy about it. How'd yours end up doing, Bill?
I went with Target yesterday. It's ticker TGT, Tom Grace Tom. Stock opened up at $212.84. And then as expected, it started to run. The stock actually moved all the way up to $213.64. And then it kind of fell along with the market and closed at $210 yesterday. I look at it this morning, the stock is up, significantly. It's up about $4 this morning. So it's a nice turnaround there for Target.
Nice. Well, that's going to do it for us here at Trade Talk. But traders, you know what to do. Let's get out there. Let's make some green.